welcome back to a brand new video. I'm now starting this video again. I started it yesterday and I wasn't happy with it. So I'm on the way to work and today is going to be the start of a very, very long weekend. I like my hair actually. I dyed it last night. My mum is moving on Sunday, so I've got my suitcase, not that you can see, and I'm going straight over tonight. My friend at work is going to take me to North Walsham. Dad's picking up the van from North Walsham. I'm going to get in, go back to their house, pack up the van tomorrow, and then Lauren's helping and we're going to move on Sunday. So I will film what I can when I can, but I thought this would be quite a interesting vlog. So yeah, I'm now going to work and hope this next 8 hours go quite quickly because I'm tired and I'm not in the mood. But it was pancake day on Tuesday and we didn't manage to do it, so we're having pancakes today, which will be fun. So yeah, I'm out of breath. I'll talk to you later.
Good morning. It is about 6:30 on Sunday. I am shattered. I haven't updated you on anything because Friday was just so stressful. I've been at work all day. I actually had counselling on Friday as well. So I had all of that. I got here and everyone loaded the van up and I didn't help because that wasn't the plan. It was meant to be Saturday that we loaded the van. But yeah, everyone, I'd say everyone, a few people loaded the van. I got moaned at for not helping and then I got upset, obviously. And I went and done a food shop because that was something I was really worried about when I'm going to be able to do a food shop this week. Because like I still have chores at home that are waiting for me. I still have work tomorrow morning. I have to go prep all my meals, prep my lunches, do clothes washes, all that kind of things. So that all them jobs are at home, my home, waiting for me tonight whenever I get there. So then Saturday, what happened? So I slept with Elle because her friend wasn't here Friday night. So we woke up yesterday and I cleared out Elle's room, my sister, mum and dad's room and my brother's room. We took down his desk, which was awful. It's like a big corner, so it comes in 3 parts. Also, I thought, and as soon as you start taking one bit down, all the tops came off, away from the sides, and the sides had to come off from the backs. So it was awful. So I took all that down. Yeah, then I was lucky enough to go see Lisa for a quick cup of tea, and then I came back and finished off Casey's room. Casey's room is now completely empty. Like I'm going to show you upstairs if I can now, because it's really actually sad. So I didn't sleep very well last night at all. So me and Casey slept downstairs on a mattress in mum and dad's room, which have a TV and then a mattress. That's it. And that was literally wall-to-wall bookshelves at first, so we did really well. Yeah, and I was like to mum, I was like, are you not really sad to leave? And everyone's like, no, we want to go, we want to go. They've wanted it for so long. They were meant to move in October, but they've been looking for about a year maybe to move. So they have waited for so long. And I was like, we've been here 10 years. Like obviously I moved out about 3 years ago, so I was here 7, but they've all been here nearly 10 years and a lot has happened in 10 years. So like where we were laying, this sounds a bit morbid, but where we were laying, like our family dog died right there. Like the vet had to put him to sleep right there. And I was like, it's really sad that like we're not taking him to the new house. Like we've lost a lot of pets in this home. So yeah, and good memories too, because like I said to Case last night, he's like eating the top and tailed. I said the last time we did this was like 7 years ago when it was Christmas Eve and we all stayed in one room. So yeah, I'm quite sensitive anyway and I'm feeling it today, quite emotional. Mum was like, yeah, I'm with you, like it is quite sad, but I'm going to show you what's upstairs. And quickly tell you what was in what room, maybe downstairs, but I am leaving here at 8:30 with Lauren and I'm not coming back. I will be at the new house, so that's quite tough. So my sister and Amber did a really good job at cleaning this bathroom, clearing it all out, sorting it all through. So this is pretty much empty other than them two things and the loo roll that needs to come down after the last little sweep up. This was my brother's room. Originally this was Ben's room when he was living at home. And then when he left it was Casey's room. But yeah, completely empty. The carpets are ruined obviously because kids are growing up and everything. But yeah, I can show you the van. That is completely full with everything from the living room. So we have been hoovering. This was originally Ellie's room, and then when I moved out she went into my room. And this has been, then it was Leo and Bailey's room, and then Leo's, but obviously everything's packed up. A blow-up bed that's broken. This is the spare room, and you know it was Ben's room at one point. This is everything we're leaving for the new family. Loads of toys, dressing table and things that we don't want anymore. But yeah. And this was Leo's room for about 6 years. So I can't obviously show you much because it's got all the loft stuff and the bathroom and Ellie's stuff in here. But yeah, it's really happening. The landing. That's Ellie's room, which was my room originally, but I'll go in there in a little bit. This is what's left of Mum's room, so that's where they slept last night. That's where me and Casey were sleeping. Go outside. Like for years we had Chance, Cody and Mia here. I don't know why I'm croaking. But yeah, now there's only one dog, and I don't know where Mia is at the minute. There she is. She's so anxious, bless her. Mia, hey. Hey girl. She hasn't really coped well since Cody died because they were together her whole life. But yeah. Mia, I'm walking you, you're not walking me. 7:30, I'm walking Mia because basically she is a runner, and every time, like, we always have to keep the doors shut. She's a husky, so every time the doors open and she's in the kitchen or hallway, she gets out and she probably runs about 2-3 villages on from ours, and we have to go running after her, getting people's cars. Like, it is a full-on mission, and it's happened not very often. I'd say about 5 times since we've lived there. But yeah, so Mum's got this massive thing to go in the ground so she can have her lead on it, so she doesn't leave the garden even with all the doors open. But Mum didn't want to put the harness on and her not go for a walk, because every time the harness goes on she goes for a walk. So yeah, we're coming out for a quick walk, which gives me something to do. I was literally just sitting there drinking a cup of tea, so I was like, I'll do it, Mum. We're just basically, I think we're just waiting for Lauren now. Look at the bags under my eyes. Yeah, I think we're just waiting for Lauren now, and then when we go, the others can start pottering about doing the last little bits, because we think between loads there'll be an hour and a half. So when we leave here, it's about half an hour drive there, 45 minutes, an hour maybe to unload, half an hour back that everyone this end has got, and then when Dad leaves that place empty to come back, we've got an hour and a half that end. But I'm going into a house I've never been to. Mum and Dad are the only people that have seen this house, and I'm not moving there, but you know what I mean. So I wrote some notes because I said if we're allowed in. So that was the thing. So basically we're meant to be leaving at 8:30 as planned and all going well, and then she texted last night the family we're swapping with, and she was like, can we say 12 now because we're not ready? And Dad was like, absolutely no way, like all our help will be gone, I have to leave. So I'd have to leave at like 5 maybe, I don't know when I'm leaving, but so yeah. And she was like, okay, the garden will be free,
that's where we're going at the minute. We're offloading everything into the garden until she has room for us to go into the house. But yeah, so I'm just thinking, if we can go in, that's an hour and a half at least that end. Me and Lauren are just like, what do we do? So I made some notes of like whose room is who, so if I know where something's going, hopefully I can try if it's free. Still on the dog walk, and I'm just feeling so like emotional, nostalgic, because this is where like most of my teen years, adult years, where we lived, and I got my first proper job here. It was in a preschool, and yeah, I feel like we're leaving this chapter behind, and I'm not sure if I've already put it in this video, but I saw Lisa yesterday, and no matter when I come home, under any circumstances, I really try and see Lisa when I come back, because she lives here. Under any circumstances, the reason I come home, I always see if Lisa's free, and that's not going to be so easy now, because they're about half an hour distance. So I said, we definitely need to like plan more things. Her and Vicky needs to come to my house. Maybe I'll come to Stalham for the day. That is where my family was living. But yeah, I'm now going to walk past the schools that I went to, like as in I worked. But yeah, feeling a bit emotional. And this is the room that used to be my room. Let me show you the good side. The wallpaper I chose. I'm a little bit emotional right now. So I said, Elle was like taking the mic, and she was like, oh, it's really sad, isn't it? I was like, yeah, actually it is. That was my bedroom. And me and Elle, so when we moved here, Elle was about 4, I want to say 4 or 5. And it was the first time we hadn't shared rooms, because at the old house there wasn't enough rooms. So me and her shared a room. And I was 18 when I moved here. Yeah, so 18, and the first time since Elle was born, I like had to share with her. So she had that room, I had this one, and we pretty much still shared a room. Like, she was always in here, and we'd bicker all the time. Even there's a 12-year difference, and we bickered all the time. And probably wrong on my part, obviously, because I was the oldest one. And I said, I was taking the mic, and I was like, you used to write letters and put through my door. And I was like, oh, I need to stop, because if not, I am actually going to cry. So, yeah. So in this cubby hole, I had the big wardrobe that is actually staying here. We don't want it. Well, I left it for Elle. She don't want it. So that's where the big wardrobe used to be. If I can remember rightly, then there was the bed in the middle of the room. So that's where Amber and Elle slept last night. So there was a bed in the middle. And then when I left, we kept the bed, well, we kept a bed here. And it went up the side. And I think like I was gone a few months, and then Elle moved into here, and she was going to decorate, but they were like, no, because eventually they'll move house. So she's been buying things ever since, and then saving it up. But this is the wallpaper I chose, and I absolutely love it. So I am a little bit sad to be saying bye to this room. There's not that much to show really, is there? It's just a room, but the memories, 10 years worth. I don't know why. Lauren is on her way. So then me, her, Leo, Dad, Ben and Vicky are going. Then they're going to leave me, Lauren, that end with Leo. And then Ben and Vicky will come back to help this lot load up the van again. So this is the last time I'm going to be here. So yeah, I'm going to take a photo in that wallpaper and see if Elle will have a selfie with me. Yeah, I'm a bit emotional. Vlogging. We have done one load. I didn't film anything earlier. We've done one load, and it's took us, let me have a look. It's took us an hour and a half, but we have done one load. Dad, Vicky, Ben is going back to the new house, fill up another load and bring back. What are they doing? What are they doing? Yeah, and then me, Lauren and Leo are going to stay here, hopefully get some things into the house, but I don't know. I don't know if we can get any in there. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Why did I think I would be able to vlog this day? Oh my God. So I've got 5 minutes. I'm literally just going to chat to you. It has been a day. We have done 3 loads already, and Dad's on the way back with the 4th. I think this is
I don't know if this is them, 4th, and there's going to be another one tonight. It is now 7, I think. We're cold, it's pitch dark. I hurt all over, absolutely ache all over. Vicky's here, they're here, I have to go. I've got my comfies on and it has been a week since Mum moved, exactly a week today. So my phone died. I was so busy, I didn't film a lot. I've just gone through the footage and I've edited it. I've got a cup of tea and I thought I would just sit here and quickly finish this video. Do 2 more loads and we finished at 10 o'clock. So we were moving for 13 full hours. And it pretty much took me a week to recover because the family who we were swapping with were there, and for the first hour and a half they did not come out the house at all. Like, we did not see anyone. So when I first got there, knocked on the door, introduced myself because I'd never met them, and I said I'm Cara, Debbie's daughter, etc, etc, and they said, right, we've got nowhere for you to offload anything. And I said, all right, we'll do it in the garden, because obviously I think I touched on that was the plan for the first load anyway. So we filled the garden and then we just said to Dad, Ben and Vicky to go back to the old house, fill up again, and I think that was on here. So they went and I knocked on the door and I just said, hi, my dad's now gone to get the next load. The front garden's full, like the bit we were filling up. Is there anywhere in the house that we could do the next load? And she was like, give me 20 minutes, there'll be one room free. And I said, what about the kitchen? Because Lauren's car was full of kitchen stuff. And she said, no, we'll start the kitchen next. But give us 20 minutes for this room. So logically, we thought she would have done the biggest room in the house, which is the living room. No, she did come out and she said, right, we've got a room free. She opened the door for us, and this is the first time we are able to see what the house looks like. And I could have cried. I was very upset and hurt for my family because the house was full, not packed, not entirely packed, and yeah, from floor to ceiling, every single room was full of stuff. All the bookcases, all the shelves still had stuff on them, like they hadn't known they were moving. And the fact is, Mum has been packed since, they were meant to move October, so she's been packed since September. Yeah, and it was the room that was free, so you go in the entrance, kitchen, go through the kitchen to the back of the house, and there was one room free. And I would say it's a bit smaller than this spare room now. So we had no choice but to load whatever was in the garden into that room. And when we were bringing in all these boxes, we had to keep going past them, who was packing, and all their stuff was in the way, and like there was no actual gateway to get to this room. You had to just keep dodging everything. When the husband returned, because he'd already took one load, he turned around and said, oh, there's a living room free and 2 bedrooms. And he walked in, he was like, what have you done? And you could hear it, and apparently she'd just moved stuff from one room straight to the other. Ben, Vicky and Dad are back with the next load. Me, Lauren and Leo, Ben and Vicky did the same thing. Leo did everything from the van onto the garden. They left to go to the next lot, and then that was mine and Lauren's job to get everything from the garden in the house. So then there was 2 rooms upstairs free. One was entirely empty, the other one was not. And all of this stuff that we had to get in the house was my mum and dad's stuff, which their room is downstairs. So I did not see any point in taking everything upstairs to then go down. So we made a pile in the garden for them. They came out and they said, right, what we're going to do is we're now going to leave the house. So you will have full reign of the whole house. This is about half free. We're going to empty it for you. They emptied the house onto the garden. So not the side we were filling up, the other side. Literally emptied the whole house onto the garden. Not in boxes, some in bags, just chucking, like bringing out a pair of shoes, throwing them on the pile. I will put a photo up. It was awful. So then when we are trying to take things into the house, all their stuff is just falling onto the path and we're having to pick it all up. This is one of the most stressful times of my life. The worst house move I've ever been involved in, and it didn't have to be. It wasn't even our fault as to why it was stressful. So yeah, they all left at about 4, half 4, so we had the whole house. So we just started taking bits and bobs into the house. 5 o'clock, Lauren's boyfriend came, Tom, who was a massive help. He has been on this channel before. Honestly, he'd been at work since 6 and he came straight from work to help us. We couldn't have done it as quickly as possible without him, sorry. He was able to carry and do the freezers on a tow thing by himself. He was able to like carry the dining room table on his head, like could not believe it. And by then we're shattered. We've been doing it since 9 o'clock. So Dad thought it would take 3 loads. We actually did 5 loads. Dad went and Lauren went in her car. That was the first time she had left me to go back to the old house to collect more people in her car. So there was me, Leo and Tom left at the house, and the husband of the other family, he came back with 2 kids. They must have been 15 and 16, and they were filling their van up on their own, trying to get through this garden load of stuff. We had 45 minutes spare after we'd got everything from the garden. Then Lauren came back and she managed to bring my mum and my sister and Amber, who is Ellie's friend, around. Then Casey. So all the bodies were back. The whole family were back together in the new house, and that's when it hit Mum. That was the first time she'd seen the house, and it was really, really dirty. Like, you would have seen on the clips that we didn't leave that house brand spanking new. It was worn, it was used, you know, there was scuffs on the walls, there were carpets, but they both had the understanding of they weren't going to decorate because you decorate anyway in a new home, but we didn't expect it to be dirty. Yeah, that was the upsetting part. Hoovered round all the skirting boards, I cleaned it. My mum had been like bleached the floors. She'd bleached behind the oven and the washing machine, and I'm so sorry that she did that because it wasn't returned. That favour was not returned. I made sure every room had a mattress down so the people staying could sleep that night. Tom was like to the bloke, do you need a hand? So in the dark, in the rain, we were helping to fill up their van because we felt sorry for the bloke who was still out there doing it by himself with 2 boys. 7, Lauren and Tom left. Like, thank you so much. If they're watching this, thank you so much for your help. Like, they did not need to help us, and they both did. They did amazingly. And like us, they were shattered. Lauren had been doing it from 9 o'clock. She was, yeah, every part of you hurts. So we just really appreciated their help. They left at 7, and I think there was just 1 load left. It was the garden load. I didn't think it would be a full load. It was. It had fence panels, bushes, plants, trees, everything from the shed, so boxes of tools, screws, you name it, a swimming pool in there. So yeah, we did that. It was dark, it was raining. We've all been doing it for 10 hours plus now. Dad dropped the van off and walked in the house at 10:10, and we had finished. And I obviously had to make my way back home to Norwich. I could not move the next day. It was Monday the next day. I was meant to go to work, and I was emotionally, mentally and physically exhausted from that move. That it shouldn't have been that stressful, but it was. Everything hurt. My toes from being in trainers that long. I had blisters. I don't know if you can see, I had a cut here and here from the cats, and that was bleeding on and off all that day. I thought it was going to get infected, but it's absolutely fine. I had a migraine, my back hurt. I didn't go to the gym all that week. So it's been a week now. I actually was back at Mum's on Friday to help, and yesterday. They are still going through boxes. They are living out of boxes, and they're still disheartened about the state of the place. Every room has had to be cleaned before even like living in it. I think it's really heartbreaking that someone would leave their home like that, especially when a new family were moving in. But yeah, it's going to take time, but Mum will do it. She will make that house a home, and it is better for them. They are close to my nan, and they're close to Lauren's family, and Lauren. So whenever I'm at mum's, I am going to see Lauren, I'll see her family, see my nan literally every time I go to mum's, which is going to be great. I helped mum yesterday. I was going to do the loft, but actually the bathroom upstairs needed cleaning. So I literally bleached that. There's mould everywhere. So I tried to like scrub all the mould off. And I've given them a bathroom that they can actually get in and use now. I did take a few nice photos. It started so well. We were on such a roll, unloading the van, them going, us doing it. Like me and Lauren were taking sofas and mattresses upstairs by ourselves. Yeah, it pushed us all mentally, emotionally and physically that day. And it's going to take mum months to get through all the boxes, because obviously we only had 2 rooms to fill with boxes, so no room got the right stuff, and if they were in the right room then you were very lucky, because when it was raining we had to just get all the stuff in. There was TVs that needed to come in, bin bags full of stuff like duvets, clothes. Yeah, thinking back, it's making me stressed again of that day. It took me literally a week to recover. I didn't go to the gym last week because I was in agony. I didn't film the new house because I think it would upset mum, people seeing. I was going to show Elle's room yesterday because she got a desk up, but I think I'll show you guys when I next go round, because more stuff would have been in place. Like the living room is now pretty much livable. So that is the end of this move-in vlog. I didn't really film a lot of the move-in. What did I expect? I literally thought that me and Lauren would be sat at the new house for like an hour and a half, 2 hours just chilling. No, we did not stop for 13 hours. I hit over 40,000 steps that day. Couldn't believe it, could not believe it. But it's a new chapter for my family's life, new home, new adventures, and yeah, probably gonna film next time I go round for a vlog. I'll give mum her new housewarming presents and Mother's Day, because that will be coming up then as well. See you guys later for a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye.